Guys, I just remembered that someone once said I look like Mia Khalifa with glasses on. No, we're not doing classes.
Catching buses, making change from another place. I still got demons from my younger days. I wish I could shake them, but they follow me. I wish I could take it easy, but these fans watch. That's my mama, I've been hustling since the sandbox. I'm a rolling stone.
Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Reline, professionally known as Reline M Art. I'm a multidisciplinary artist from Rustenburg, but I'm currently based in Cape Town. The reason why I started this channel was because I realized that there aren't a lot of art YouTubers in South Africa. So I thought of coming up with something new where I'll be sharing my journey as an emerging multidisciplinary artist based in Cape Town and how I'm navigating the art industry, how I'm getting opportunities and plugging other kids. Oh. So on today's video, I'll be answering a few questions from my Facebook. So it's a get to know me video. These questions have been on my Facebook for like a year now. Initially, I had to make a video last year, but I was very skeptical about going into YouTube. Also, I've just started my TikTok journey. So, I don't know how to feel. I don't want to say I'm a shy person, but I don't know, we'll see. So I wrote down these questions from my Facebook. Basically, I did a research before doing the video and I looked at other people's get to know me videos, and I realized that a lot of YouTubers have the same style that for like get to know me videos where they read the questions from their Instagram and stuff like that. I was like, okay, I don't have another phone, so I might as well write down the questions from my Facebook. I wanted to read them from my laptop, but I was like, laptop, that's boring. I'd rather write them down because I love writing anyway. So I wrote down the questions, but I forgot to write the names of the people who asked me the questions. So the first question is, what is your full name? 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 So my full name is Mojakumo Rolin Molefe, and the reason why I'm using my second name instead of my first name is because a lot of people struggle to pronounce my first name. So I started, using the name Reline. So people who have known me like growing up, who knew me like before, like stuff like that, actually still call me Mojakumo, or rather MJ sometimes, which was my nickname. But now, I mean, once you grow up, I don't know, you kind of become a different person, I guess. I had to rebrand myself, my name and everything, because I was now moving to Cape Town, and I mean, there aren't even a lot of Tswana people in Cape Town, so I wanted something that's very easy. Yeah. So the second question is, where are you based? So I'm currently based in Bella, Cape Town. I'm studying at UWC, so yeah, I'm around the area, the UWC area, from the northwest in a town called Rustenburg, in a village called Pukeng, Royal Bafokeng Nation. The third question is, what course are you studying? So a lot of people actually think that I'm studying fine arts. I'm currently pursuing my master's in medical anthropology with aesthetic culture as my elective. I know, right? Crazy combination, but yeah. So medical anthropology is a subfield within anthropology which explores the intersection between culture, society, and health. And aesthetic culture is values, practices, and expressions related to beauty, art, and fashion. So I decided to take these two modules because I'll be writing my master's thesis on medical humanities, which is another subfield within social sciences that looks at the intersection between art, medicine, and social sciences disciplines like anthropology. So with regards to aesthetic culture is my elective, which is probably the reason why a lot of people think I study art, because I post a lot about art, books and academic papers or other articles from like art historians and stuff like that. The reason why I do that is because I study aesthetic culture with medical anthropology. So yeah, that's what I study. The fourth question is, how did you become the face of the University of Western Cape? So for those of you who don't know, I'm currently the face, or rather the ambassador of the University of Western Cape postgraduate, or rather alumni community. To be honest, it's not something that I wanted. It was never part of my goals. I just got a call, went to an interview, and I was selected. So I'll make a story about that, like a whole video about how I became the face of UWC. The fifth question is, how did you get into the art industry? I love telling people that I believe I was born an artist, but to answer the question, my journey into the art industry started through the Emerging Artist Program at the City of Cape Town. I joined EAP in 2022 when I was doing my second year. There was a workshop called the Annual Business Development Program for artists, made for artists and creators, and I became part of that, which was amazing, meeting other artists and engaging with emerging creators. Since 2022, I've been part of the program and attending workshops, events, and also group exhibitions. So yeah, that's how my journey into the art industry started. No, I'm actually not a professional artist. I'm just an emerging artist. The reason why people think that I'm a professional artist is because of my Facebook account. It has a lot of followers, and being an artist is not only about being popular on social media. There's a lot that goes into being an artist. A professional artist, to be specific, you have to at least have a solo exhibition. I've never had a solo exhibition. I've never been part of a residency. I've done groups of exhibitions only, and yeah. The next question is, has moving from Northwest to Cape Town yielded the benefits you had hoped for? Yes, obviously. Cape Town is a city, Rustenburg is a town. We were like Ahotwani, and Cape Town is known for being the hub of art in South Africa. So I think I made a good choice by choosing to come to Cape Town, because there aren't much art opportunities in the Northwest as compared to Cape Town. So yeah. But I had my first group exhibition at home actually whilst I was in Cape Town, which is crazy. So I was part of this program called Rising Females of Bokoni. A company called Peculiar Art was looking for emerging female artists in the Northwest, and I became part of that program whilst in Cape Town. They didn't know that I was actually in Cape Town because we were attending online classes, and we had our group exhibition towards the end of the year. I sent my work back home, and it was a nice experience. Also, I needed to make a name for myself back home, because when I left Rustenburg, I wasn't the Rolene that I am today. I didn't have a lot of followers. I hadn't established myself as an artist. People knew me as Rolene, that girl, not as an artist. So my journey, I'll say that my journey into the art industry started in Cape Town. So the next question is, where do you find inspiration? So I'm inspired by a wide range of artists, your Frida Kahlo, Takashi Murakami, Jean-Michel.
To pronounce Jean-Michel
Basquiat. Jean-Michel Basquiat. I'm drawn to like bold, graphic, expressionist art, Jean-Michel type of art. I also love Takashi Murakami. Like I said, I love his work. I'll say my work is a combination of Takashi and Jean-Michel, because Takashi's work is very colorful, and you get that expressionist vibe from Jean-Michel. So yeah. The next question is, I love art, but I'm clueless with job opportunities in South Africa, and is it a wise choice to study art? First of all, like I said, I'm not a fine art student, so I don't know much about studying art. So I don't have a lot of knowledge with regards to how long it takes. I know like it's like 4 years, but like you can do your honors, you can do your masters. With regards to job opportunities, I'm also not sure, but I think there's a lot that you can actually do with a fine arts degree. You can, if it doesn't work out in the in the art space, you can do your PGCE and be a fine arts teacher. You can do your honors, you can become an art historian, you can, you know, do your PhD in fine arts. There's a lot that you can actually do with the qualification. I hate that in high school they don't tell us. If I knew prior to coming to varsity that I can actually study fine arts and do PGCE, I would have probably went for fine arts instead of psychology, because I did my undergrad in psychology. So yeah, what I can say is that it's up to you. You just have to trust your intuition. So the next question is, creating art can be hard sometimes because there's always people criticizing artists. How do you deal with that? I don't know whether I should say that I'm lucky or what. To be honest, I've never had people talking about my art. Those few people who understand what I'm trying to do, it really means a lot to me. Also, the funny thing is that before I actually became an expressionist artist, I was doing realism, and my art mentors have always told me that expressionism is your thing, you must stick to that, not realism. But I was like, no, people understand realism, I'd rather stick to realism because it's popular and a lot of artists are going for that, and then they sell their work easily and blah 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 blah. But then what I didn't tell them is that I was afraid of criticism, because I felt like a lot of people, especially in South Africa, do not understand expressionism. So I was afraid of being criticized. But earlier this year, when I started changing my art style, I realized that South Africans do actually understand this expressionism thing, because people started telling me that, you know, we love your new style, you know, it's expressive, it's bold, it tells a story in a unique way. Rather than realism is too, to be honest, it's too simple. And so when I started going for expressionism, I started learning about people, also about myself at the same time. It's not even about what's popular at the moment, it's about making a difference as an artist, you know. Yeah. The next question is, are you comfortable with collaborating? Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Like, I love doing collaborations. Okay, I've done a collab with Creota, who is a friend of mine, Austin, and it didn't work out. I messed up the piece, to be honest, but he painted the artwork and I had to finish it, and I didn't like it after that, so the collaboration didn't really work out. And I had another collaboration with Hans, who's also a friend of mine. He did a charcoal drawing and then he sent it to Cape Town. He's from Joburg. I included it as part of my last exhibition, and it was one of the best collabs that I've ever done. I've also worked with brands which I don't like not like your professional brands. I'm talking about like local brands, local people, especially from back home, and it didn't work out because they don't want to pay. So yeah, I do love collaborating. And recently I've had a collab with a friend of mine who actually has a food truck business. I actually designed a food truck you know, logo and stuff for him, and he's now on Uber Eats. I'm really proud of him. He's now on Uber Eats, bro. Started selling kota in the hole, bro, in Bella, bro. Now it's really working out, and I'm proud of him, and I'm proud of myself for helping him out. What else? Yeah, I do love collaborating. So if there's any of you, anyone who wants to work with me, I'm open to collaborations. Yeah. So the next question is a bit personal. It says, are you in a relationship? So yes, I'm currently in a relationship. I've been with my partner for a few months now. That's all I can say. Well, the next question is, what brings you joy? So my joy comes from creating artworks that sparks a connection with others. You know, I love it when people understand what I'm trying to do and where I'm going as an artist. So that's what brings me joy. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll do the second set of questions soon, which are very controversial. I'll be answering that in a couple of days, and I hope you guys are gonna like I said, I hope you guys are gonna like my channel. I'm trying to come up with something new.